Hello there and welcome back to Beauty Bee. This is my second update for my 30 by 30 project pan. So I've been working on these products for about 4 months. I gave myself 25 months for this project, so I'm 16% done. My goal with this project was to use up 30 of my nicer, more high-end products or hit significantly large usage goals on them by the time I turned 30 in April of 2024. I had previously finished one item in this project. It was a deluxe sample of a night cream from 111 Skin, and this time around I have another empty, and it is another deluxe size sample. This is from Farsali and is their Skin Tune Blur Perfecting Primer Serum. Now I got this through some kind of Ipsy add-on or something, and I think that it had exceeded its best by date by the time it came to me. I think you can tell it's a very thick product. It didn't ever feel like the bottle was full. I did use this several times, but I mean, there is a lot of product at the bottom, but I can't get it out with the dropper that they've provided, and I don't like the product enough to go digging into it. I've actually stored this upside down to see if I could get any out, but it's just so thick and so dry that it doesn't work. I haven't actually had this for that long, which makes me think that Ipsy had maybe had it for a little too long, but in any case, it is gone. It's out of my collection, and now I have just 28 products left to work on, just 28, no big deal. I'm going to update on items that I have progress to show, and I have a ton of progress to show on this next one. This is from Tokyo Milk, and at the last update, I was all the way up here, and now I'm all the way down here. This is their Heart and Soul hand cream. I think I said in the last update that I was going to put it out in my kitchen because that's where I tend to use hand cream for whatever reason. I did that, and I actually used it. I think that I am just a few weeks from having this gone. I am pretty sure it will be an empty in the next update. And I'm looking forward to having this gone because I'm not super wild about this. There are many hand creams that I prefer over that one, though it's definitely the most expensive one I own. Keep with Tokyo Milk. Next up, I have this fragrance. This is their 20,000 Flowers Under the Sea fragrance. And at the last update, let me see if I can hold this somewhat still. I was right in between these two gold lines at the top, and now I am just slightly below that second gold line. Isn't this a pretty bottle? I just love having this displayed. I think it's so cute. But I am making some progress on that, not super quick progress. I've been really into body mists the last couple of months. I got quite a few Bath & Body Works body mists back in April, and this past month I've really been playing with them a lot more and enjoying them. My perfumes have kind of been sitting on the back burner. But I think as we start to get into later summer, early fall, I think my next update will be in mid-September, so it won't feel like fall yet here, but I will probably have started transitioning into more fall wardrobe pieces, etc. I think I'm going to really focus on this Gucci perfume. This is Memoir du Notaire. It's like a tea scent, and currently I am sitting just a little bit above the word Gucci. I think that by the next update, I should at least be sort of in the middle of that Gucci, not really a logo, the name. I think that should be quite doable. I am really speeding through this update, which is good because I need to leave in like 25 minutes, so can't be doing an hour-long update, but don't know that I need to go quite this fast. Next up, let's talk about two nail polishes. I have this navy blue with this sort of teal undertone from Sundays, and this gold flaky polish from People of Color. Now I have used both of these quite a few times, and with the People of Color nail polish, I can tell that I am past this first bump in the packaging, and I'm now down to right about here. So that is progress. This is a pretty big polish, I think. I want to say that this is a 20 mil one, though it doesn't say on the bottom. Oh no, this is a standard size. It's just bulky packaging, 15 mils. So I don't know how quickly that'll go, but that goes with a ton of different polishes. This one is just one of my favorite polishes. I love this color. It doesn't wear super well, which is a shame considering that these are like $19 a bottle. I got mine through Ipsy, so I did not pay anywhere near that, but for $19 a bottle, they should wear like a dream. I should have to scrub them off of my nail after like 6 days with no chips, and this does not do that. But here is where I'm sitting at right now. I think this is pretty much the only item that I've actually marked. Because these are such nice products in my collection, part of what I do like about these are the nice packaging, and I don't necessarily want to mark them up. So at least for the first year of this project, I'm not planning to mark most of these. Once we get into the second year, and I've probably banged some of these up a little bit more, then we can look into marking. But this is where I am sitting, so I've used about a quarter of the polish. I don't foresee that one being a super difficult product to finish. I could be eating my words a year from now, though. We'll see. I think we're going to finish up the stuff that is not makeup, and then we will move into makeup. So I have two skincare pieces to talk about. The first is this Pure Lease mask. This is their pumpkin and ginger detoxifying charcoal mask, and I have used this a couple of times since the last update, but I don't tend to use this over my full face. I'll just use it on my nose and down my chin. So not a huge surface area. I don't use a whole lot each time I use it, but I do want to be a little bit better about using it over the next 2 months. I think I only used this like twice. And that's not going to A, have a whole lot of skin benefits, or B, make any progress towards my goal. So need to make a point of using this. And then this product I actually did not have open at the last update. This is from Pharmacy, and is their Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Ceramide Moisturizer. And this is a really thick moisturizer. It almost reminds me of room temperature butter. Like, look at that. It does come with this magnetic lid and a little spatula, which I think is so much fun. But let me scoop out just a little bit. Do you see how just like solid that is? It's so weird. But I do think it's a nice moisturizer. I have been mixing it with some serum or just a thinner gel moisturizer to thin it out a little bit. I think that for really dry skin, this might be great. And I might really appreciate this more when it gets a little bit colder out. You know, this might be great in January, February for me, but in July, it's a little bit more than my skin needs. But I am glad to have this open. I'm glad to be working on it. And now I'm realizing I have one more skincare item to talk about, actually. I said about moving on to makeup. I am working on a Tula cleanser, and it is a big cleanser. I think it's like an 8-ounce thing of face wash, and I am about 2/3 of the way through it. So I opened it just shortly after my intro. This is the second update. I think there's a very good chance that I will have that done for the next update, and I will be very excited to have that gone. It's not a bad cleanser. I think it's quite a good cleanser, actually. It's just, I'm ready to use something else. Okay, now we get to talk about makeup. So let's start with 5 items that my goal is just to get to 100 uses on. I am starting my count from where I was currently sitting. So I have been tracking usage since I got a lot of these products for my Project 100 uses. So I guess that these are kind of overlapping, but like for example, I think I had 8 uses on this little Pat McGrath Sublime palette before I started this project. So within the project, I only want to get 92 uses. You know, only 92 uses, no big deal. So let me pull up my counts and let's just keep with my Pat McGrath Sublime. So I'm currently sitting at 19 uses. I have this in my project deck of panning project, that's it. And my goal is to use, for that project, is to use it 10 times and to use each of the 5 shades. So I think I've used it like 6 or 7 times in that project. So within the next really week and a half or so, I'm going to try to get those other 3 or 4 uses and just keep using it afterwards. I'm actually not wearing this today, though I should have. I'm wearing a Profusion yellow over my lid, but I feel like I could have gone with this shade instead and gotten not a super similar look, but a similar vibe, and moved a little bit closer to my goal on this project, but oh well. Next up would be this Girls Getaway Trio from the Balm, and I have made some good progress on this in the last couple months. I am sitting at 59 uses, so I do not think it's going to be a problem at all to get to 100. In fact, I think this is one of those products that once I get to 100 uses, I will likely reevaluate my goal. Maybe I will set a goal of hitting pan, maybe I'll set a goal of hitting 200 uses. We'll have to see, but as is, I don't think this necessarily looks like something that's been used 50 times. I mean, it definitely does look used, especially these 2 shades, but yeah, there's no pan, there's no significant dip in any of the shades. I'm always shocked by just how untouched face makeup can look. Even after it's been used many, many times, it just takes so long to pan face products for just about anyone, but I would definitely count myself in that category. I am so glad I didn't set myself a goal, at least at first, of hitting pan on any of those. I additionally am working on my Vizier Petite Pro palettes in deux and trois. So my Petite Pro 1, I'm not doing very well on at all. I currently only have 4 uses on this palette. However, I did pull a deep brown shade that was in this palette into my Pan Those eyeshadows for the month, so I suspect I will get a few more uses on it. I also want to mention that while I think most of these palettes look pretty similar to their original configuration, I do tend to mix shades between these 3 palettes. They're really easy to pop out and put back in. They're just little magnets. So yeah, I don't know exactly if this looks like the Petite Pro 1 that you can purchase. And I do my best when I am using these palettes to track the shades from their original palette, but I'm sure I make mistakes. Whatever, at least I'm still using my makeup. Petite Pro 2 I'm doing a significantly better job on. This is also the one that I've had for the longest, while Petite Pro 1 is my most recent acquisition. I have 57 uses on this palette. And then the last one is Petite Pro 3. This is the most colorful one, and I mean, not to say bad things about the other Petite Pro palettes in front of them, but I think this one's my favorite, and I have 48 uses on it right now. Yeah, these are definitely mixed up. I'm pretty sure that this gold is from Petite Pro 1. I think there's more of a pink shade that came from this palette. Definitely all mixed up. Okay, I think that is everything that I only have usage goals on. So I think that's everything that I just had usage goals on. Now let's talk about an item that I would like to finish over the course of this project. This is from Giorgio Armani, and it is their eye tint in the shade 12, which I believe is the shade Gold Ashes. This is a liquid eyeshadow. It's really, really stunning, and I really don't know where I am in this product. I feel like I could be at the top, or I could be down at some of these patterns that I see in the thing. I just don't know. But I'm using it. I'm enjoying it. I just don't really know where I am in the product. That's fine. I'd intended on updating on my NARS Laguna Bronzer Mini and my Orgasm Blush Mini because I am trying to finish those in this project, but it looks like I put those away after I was done getting ready this morning. Didn't actually use any of them, but I had some other things in the same magnetic palette that I was using, and really I don't have progress to show. I've been using both of them, but again, they're face products. I'm not going to be able to show visual progress. The last items that I will be talking about today are 4 lip products. These are 4 of the, I believe, 5 lip products that I have in this project. The first 2 are the most expensive lipsticks I own. These are from Dior. I got these through Influencer. These are not things that I would have purchased for myself, but I have the shade 999, which is this gorgeous, gorgeous red. That's, actually don't know if you'll be able to tell, but these used to have the word Dior embossed on the actual lipstick bullet, and I have reached a point where you can really only see the bottoms of the letters, so that's really good progress, I think. And I think on the nude lipstick, which is Nude Look, that name is so cute, I love it. I've actually worn away the name almost entirely. I can see the remnants of the very bottom of the D all the way on this edge, but I'm definitely making progress on both of these. I haven't been wearing them a whole lot over the last 2 months. I don't know why, I just feel like I've been grabbing for other things, but I want to make a point of using especially Nude Look over the next couple of months. Dropped my clipboard, but we're just gonna keep it moving. I especially want to be working on Nude Look over the next couple of months. I feel like this is a type of color that I've been really into, but I've just been reaching for other shades over this. Like today I'm wearing a NARS lipstick in Blonde Venus, I think. And it's a pretty similar shade of like a warm peachy light nude. I have added some golden lip gloss on top that I think is transforming it a little bit. But I could have just as easily have used this lipstick, and I want to. 2 more lipsticks. I have 2 more minutes on my camera, so we'll see if I can do this. First up is this YSL lipstick. This is the shade 1966, and it is one of their slim mattes, I believe is what these are called. And just from the bullets, this used to be completely flush, pretty much, with the packaging, and now I'm a little bit below. So I have been using it, but there is definitely plenty of product left. Though I do feel like this is smaller than a standard lipstick. I don't actually have the numbers to back that up. I could probably look at the bottom and figure it out, but I don't care right now. And, you know, I'm down to a minute and a half on my thing. So I've been using it. Will need to pick up the pace a little bit if I want to be done with this lipstick in 2 years, but I have been using it. And the last item I have to talk about is this Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm Cream. This is in Fenty Glow. And now I've shaken it up so you can't see it. But this was completely full at the beginning of this project. And I am now sitting right around here. I have used it many times. I would say I've used it, well, I have this written down. I've used it 14 times. So I am making progress. It's not super quick progress, but that's fine. And I beat my timer. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Let me know how any of your project pans are going. And I hope that I will see you all in my next update. Bye!